I'm terrified. Yeah, I am pretty scared.
This morning, fear is rising as fast as floodwaters. A double whammy of unseasonably warm temperatures and heavy rain, triggering everything from floods to ice jams to landslides from the south to the Midwest and Northeast.
And take a look at this. You're looking at the most powerful storm on the planet right now. Cyclone Pam packing deadly and destructive winds of 155 miles per hour across the South Pacific Islands. It's the equivalent of a Category 5 hurricane.
3 weeks ago it was freezing and I would have to wear like 5 layers outside, but now it's gorgeous.
Forget spring, right? Some of you are leapfrogging over that season and going right into summer. On this final weekend of winter, see where records will be melting faster than ice cream cones as we kick off the all-new Weekend Recharge. Thanks for joining us this morning for the debut of Weekend Recharge here on the Weather Channel. Hope you're having a great morning. I'm Maria LaRosa.
And I'm Paul Goodlow. We want you to get you and your family prepared for the day, also the week ahead. Whether the weather is good or bad, it all starts with your top stories.
And we have record-breaking rainfall, snowmelt, and the rising temperatures leading to flooding across southern Illinois. Some cities received between 3 and 4 inches of rain. You can see the waters filling the streets there. A flood warning was issued yesterday, but has since expired.
And a very similar situation this morning along the Vermilion River in Ohio. An ice jam broke, causing the river to overflow.
And water seeping into nearby roadways and homes. WKYC's Alyssa Raymond is along the riverbanks with more.
They're expecting even more ice to break later this afternoon. You can take a look right here, and this is the Vermilion River. It's not supposed to be this close to Riverside Drive. We have a flash flood warning in effect until 11:30 here in western Lorain County as well as eastern Erie County. Taking a look down this way now, this is Riverside Drive, and around 6 o'clock this morning we had our live truck in this area to the right where the no parking sign is. And this water came up in about an hour and it's still rising, and people living on this street aren't even taking the risk of getting to their homes. People have been parking their cars up the road on higher ground as well as above into the next community that's on higher ground. We will continue to monitor this throughout the day because they are expecting it to get worse before it gets better. Back to you in the studio.
Well, right now, 17 states are under some kind of flood alert right now. Taking a live look at Indianapolis right there, and we do have some rain on the way, and it's been raining actually all night long, and this is the concern as we still have some areas dealing with the relentless rain. It's been raining since yesterday in some areas, and the south is definitely going to see more rain as we head through the rest of this morning, and eventually some drier days are ahead. But right now on the radar, we can definitely show you more rain continues to move across parts of the south as well. We have flood watches and flood alerts all up and across the Ohio River Valley, all the way into areas of western New York and northwestern areas of Pennsylvania as well. Cleveland, of course, the lakeshore, from basically Toledo on through Ashtabula, we're dealing with the concern of flood watches. Now, not all the terrain here is dealing with flooding, but if you are living near lakeshore or rivers, you know where you are. You know those rivers and streams can quickly come up. Again, especially with some of the ice jams giving way across the area. That is a huge concern for the flooding. Let's take a look at the radar because the rain continues to come across the area, and that's a concern for even the Vermilion River here. Now, again, it was actually cresting, or so we thought, as we head through Thursday and Friday, and then it starts to come down. But as of this morning, with the ice jam breaking, we're expecting this river to rise as the flooding you just saw there. We expect this to continue to come up as we have the updates throughout the morning. We're going to head this back into perhaps even moderate flood stage as well. Here's a picture from Ohio. You can see the floodwaters now from the Vermilion River overflowing across Riverside Drive here, and now homes have some of the basements, even their first floors, with water in there right now because of this flooding. The radar is pushing the rain out. I guess that's part of the good news. But again, active flooding and flood warnings going on right now across the lakeshore. And in terms of the broader scope, we're still watching showers and can't rule out a few thunderstorms later on today across the Carolinas. But again, the rain continues to come right across the Mississippi and the Ohio River valleys adding more insult to injury as the rivers continue to rise. Now, in terms of our forecast, we're seeing rain showers widespread this morning. As we head throughout the day, they continue to push on towards the Virginias, the Carolinas, even the Mid-Atlantic, into the Northeast and New England as well. The Southeast will be slowly quieting down, but we still can't rule out the risk of some thunderstorms. Some of those could be strong and severe later on this evening into the late afternoon hours here. So watch out for a thin line of thunderstorms that from time to time could be strong and severe. Meanwhile, as we head on to tomorrow, we could still see some areas a ½ inch to maybe an inch of rain from the situation. But again, after that, we look for some drier weather to come in, and across parts of the New England area, perhaps some cooler weather, more on the chance of snow for Boston coming up in a few minutes. Maria?
All right, Paul, we're going to take you across the globe. The other big story we're following, Cyclone Pam has come ashore over the island republic of Vanuatu in the South Pacific. Power is out and widespread damage of the capital city of Port Vila is being reported. The powerful cyclone had maximum sustained winds of around 155 miles per hour as it went over the island. Pam is expected to lose strength as it heads towards New Zealand this weekend and actually maybe extratropical. But it's amazing to see that kind of devastation and then see this beautiful representation of the weather that's actually happening. This is the Windstream graphic courtesy of earth.nullschool.net, and you see the swirls in the Pacific Basin. Your eyes are drawn to this one. That is Pam, but we have other cyclones that we are keeping track of, including Bobby, Nathan, and Olwyn. Again, it's summertime in the southern hemisphere here, and so we still have some very warm Pacific waters, one of the many ingredients that go into tropical systems. And you can see here, we're going to first stop is tropical storm Bobby. You can see moving very quickly to the west-northwest at 21 miles per hour, max winds at 60 miles per hour. You see Guam nearby, not a major threat, but obviously we continue to follow Tropical Cyclone Pam. Cyclone, just another term in this part of the world for hurricane. Still a powerful storm with a very strong signature, and you can see it moving off to the south. The good news, bad news here is that we do have it moving away, still staying strong, but you can see by early next week, Paul, it is going to be possibly a very strong extratropical system affecting New Zealand. So still one to watch over the next few days.
Okay, from there to back home here out in our western part of the U.S. It's certainly not winter, not feeling like winter at all. It feels more like summer, more than 20 degrees above average in Southern California. Records broken in L.A., Long Beach, and Santa Barbara, to name a few.
And more will be broken today with temps into the low 90s. We'll take a look.
2 hours off.